These stories were originally shared as short clips, but listening to them together makes them far more disturbing. Every story in this video happened to a different person, and every one of them still keeps someone awake at night.
Anna wiped steam from the bathroom mirror, her tired eyes meeting their familiar match. She brushed her hair and turned to leave, but a flicker caught her attention. Her reflection hadn't moved. Heart pounding, she slowly looked back. In the glass, her double stared forward, a smile now curling where Anna's lips were pressed thin. Anna reached for the door, but the reflection raised a hand, palm pressed to the glass, beckoning her closer. The room grew cold. Anna's breath fogged the air, but her reflection's breath did not. Then, it stepped forward, and Anna vanished. I ducked into the alley to escape the rain, and there it was, a newspaper, dry in the puddles, headlines screaming, "Local man found dead tonight." The photo was my face, eyes wide in terror. I laughed, but my name was in the article, with details only I would know. Each story on the page described a death in my building, each one happening tonight. I ran upstairs, desperate to warn my neighbors, but each door I knocked on swung open to silence. Returning to my apartment, I found a fresh paper on my bed. The headline read, "Body discovered in alleyway." The photo was me, already dead. At 2:58 a.m., my landline rang, echoing through the rain-soaked silence. Caller ID. Attic. I froze, heart pounding, knowing I lived alone. The attic door creaked above me, a sound I'd never heard before. With trembling hands, I answered. Static hissed, then my voice whispered, "Don't come up. He's here." My breath caught. I hadn't spoken. The line crackled, and the whisper grew urgent. "Stay out. Please." I stared at the ceiling as heavy footsteps crossed the attic floor. The voice on the phone whimpered, "He's almost at the stairs." That's when the attic door slowly began to open. I lit an old candle at midnight, just to test an old legend. The flame flickered, but one shadow on my wall didn't. It stayed still, even when I moved. Then it shifted closer, matching the candle's pulse, growing darker as the room froze. My breath turned white, but the shadow sharpened, reaching for me. I tried blowing the candle out. Nothing. Harder, still burning. Then the shadow leaned in and whispered my name in my voice. I haven't slept in that room since. At exactly midnight, I heard it, the slow, mournful toll of a bell echoing through the fog. My town's clock tower had been gutted decades ago, the bell removed after a fire. Yet, the sound grew louder, vibrating the window panes, rattling inside my chest. I crept outside, drawn to the empty stone tower. As the 12th chime rang, I saw them. Shadowy figures, heads bowed, circling where the bell once hung. One looked up, its hollow eyes locking with mine. The toll stopped. Now, every night, I hear a whisper, "Join us." And I do. I always do. I heard it again last night. A muffled scream, sharp and desperate, echoing from the old locked drawer in my grandmother's dresser. I always thought it was just the house settling until I saw deep scratches on the wood, fresh and bleeding. The key, long lost, was suddenly on my pillow, cold as ice. Heart pounding, I unlocked the drawer, bracing myself. Inside was nothing but a faded photograph of me, sleeping, taken from above. As I stared, the drawer slammed shut on its own. Now every night the screams get louder, and sometimes I hear my own voice joining in. At 2:13 a.m., I caught my reflection grinning as I brushed my teeth, my lips unmoving, its teeth bared. My hand froze. The reflection's hand, however, waved. I stumbled back, heart pounding, as the glass shimmered like water. My double pressed its palm to the other side, then stepped through with a wet, sucking sound. It smiled wider, lips splitting, and reached for my face. I couldn't move. Cold fingers gripped my chin. The last thing I saw was my own terrified face grinning back from the mirror, now trapped inside, as it turned away and walked into my life. It started as any other night. I went to brush my teeth before bed, the bathroom softly lit by the hallway light behind me. The mirror was foggy from my shower, but as I wiped it clear, I noticed something strange. My reflection stood just a second too slow, almost as if it was lagging behind me. I laughed it off, blaming exhaustion, but a chill ran down my spine. As I leaned closer to examine my tired eyes, I saw a shadow move behind me in the glass. I spun around, nothing but silent tiles and the faint hum of the vent. When I turned back, the shadow was still in the reflection, just at the edge, darker than the room should allow. I reached out to touch the mirror and felt a sudden coldness, like ice against my skin. My breath fogged the glass, and for a moment the shadow seemed to shift. Closer, almost touching my shoulder. I blinked, and it was gone. But every night since, when I catch my own eyes in that mirror, I sense it. Something patient, just out of sight, watching from the other side, waiting for me to look away. Sometimes I swear it's smiling. I should have never opened the door at midnight. The hallway was darker than usual, shadows crawling up the walls like living things. I'd lived here for years, but tonight, a door stood where there'd always been blank wallpaper. An impossible door, cold and silent. My hand trembled as I reached out and turned the knob. The air behind it was colder than ice, sucking the warmth from my skin. Inside, a room that didn't belong. Dusty crimson wallpaper peeling at the edges. A rocking chair swaying slowly, though there was no breeze. And a cracked mirror reflecting not me, but a gaunt, grinning stranger with hollow eyes. I blinked, and the chair creaked to a stop. The reflection lifted a pale finger, beckoning me closer. I stumbled back, heart pounding, slamming the door shut. I grabbed my phone, desperate to call someone, anyone, but the hallway was silent again. When I looked back, the door was gone, replaced by seamless wallpaper, as if it had never existed. I pressed my hands against it, desperate for any sign of the room. Then, my phone buzzed. A photo notification. My own terrified face, standing inside the vanished room, with the grinning stranger behind me, finger pressed to his lips. I never found the door again. But at night, I still hear the rocking chair creak, waiting for me to open it once more.